Before we start our podcast today, I want to recognize one of the businesses helping us imagine more. Well-being, well-doing, well-maker. That's not just her motto, it's her mission. Life coach Lucy Wellmaker is on a mission to inspire, uplift, and encourage you one wow moment at a time. Subscribe to her wow moments at lucywellmaker.com and get a free Wheel of Life, a powerful tool to help you create a more centered life. And now back to our podcast.
Imagine more stories that soar, business, life, and so much more. Laughs, lessons, and local delight. It's the podcast that feels just right. It's the Imagine More podcast.
Hello, friends, and welcome back to the Imagine More podcast. I'm your host, Rose Young, educator, entrepreneur, event planner, and as always, a proud Moore County cheerleader. This podcast exists because Moore County is full of people doing thoughtful, creative, and brave work. And sometimes the most interesting stories are the ones still unfolding. Today's guest is someone you may remember from Season 1. And if you're just discovering her now, you're in for a treat. Annmarie Cannan is the owner and principal designer of Annmarie Cannan Interior Design. She was born and raised in Buffalo, New York, the only daughter in a big family of 6 kids. Oh, I can just imagine the chaos. As she's been redesigning spaces since she was 10 years old, sketching floor plans from the Sunday newspaper just for fun. Her journey took her from the Fashion Institute of Technology in New York City to Arizona State University to working alongside a Frank Lloyd Wright trained architect in Arizona and eventually to nearly 2 decades as an interior designer with Ethan Allen across the country. When we last spoke, Annmarie was stepping fully into business ownership on her own. Today, we're catching up because a lot has changed. Annmarie, welcome back to the Imagine More podcast.
Thank you, Rose.
For anyone listening, you may not have heard our Season 1 episode. Let's start with a quick recap. What do you do? Who do you serve? And what makes Annmarie Cannan Interior Design a little different than what people might expect from an interior designer?
What I do is recreate spaces for people. I've done residential and commercial. I prefer residential. I'll recreate a space. Say if you walk into a room and you say, I'm just not feeling this room. It just doesn't look right. I could make that room incredible. I could take something from an empty palette and fill it with your vision, your personality, and make it feel like you, where you walk into that room and you say, wow, I just want to stay in this room.
I'm saying wow to your explanation.
My passion. So I have clients across the board. So anywhere from the 30s up to I have clients that are in their 90s. Everyone's in a different space in their life, so I can accommodate those spaces. Whether you're moving into town new, you've been here, you're building, whatever phase that you're in your home, I can help with that. I do full design. So I do the space planning, the color design. I do 2 and 3D models, and I can walk you through those models. So it looks like you're walking through your space on a computer.
Oh, that's cool.
That's a lot of fun. I love doing that. I've done a lot of new builds from start to finish. I've come in like midway to where they need color for their walls, window treatments, furniture. I've done the full gamut of everything on the new build side.
Okay.
Which That's probably my favorite
Is
thing to do because it's a clean
That's
palette.
right. It's like you're starting from scratch. That would be nice.
It is. That part's a lot of fun. But yeah, the Moore County is thankfully we are in a period where there's so much growth right now that there is a lot of opportunities out there.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
There really is. So, when we last talked, you were fully stepping into running your business on your own. Do you remember how that felt?
I was scared to death.
Yeah. Since then, what have you branched out into that surprised you or maybe wasn't part of the original plan?
Wasn't part of the original plan was, well, I knew that I would have a lot more freedom only because I had owned a business in the past. The one thing that I'm feeling so comfortable about right now in this period of my life is that I can choose what I want and don't want to do.
Yeah.
And I'm at the other end of a career, so I am enjoying it immensely.
Oh, nice.
I see beauty in it every day, no matter what the project is. I'm excited about it. And the connections that I've made outside of working for somebody else have been amazing. It's just an amazing experience, and I'm so thankful for where it is right now.
Look at you. And you seem so peaceful and relaxed.
Because the world is crazy.
So, what has been the most enjoyable or fulfilling part of owning your own business that you didn't quite see coming?
I know about the flexibility, but staying valid in the community gave me more opportunity to stay valid in the community.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
That is the biggest part. Like, love to volunteer, and it gave me more opportunity to volunteer for different things that I'm passionate about.
Right.
So that am I'm embracing immensely.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. The same with the podcast. I get to be with people from Moore County that I never have met before, didn't know anything about, and I love that part about it.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to say this wrong. Is it Johnsye White or
Johnsye.
Johnsye. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So you've recently moved into Johnsye White space. Now, I don't know what that is. It feels like a big moment, though.
Oh, it's an amazing moment. So Johnsye has been in the area for quite a few years, and she took the same course that I did. She went through the same company I worked with, and she went out on her own, and she's been, successful since. She was in a space with another company, and they did windows, like blinds, and they had moved out, and I got a call from her. We've kept in contact over the years because we kind of run in the same circles. So she called me one day and she goes, "How's it going through your house?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" And she goes, "I know it was difficult for me in my house. Like,
Right.
you can't separate yourself from
It's
your
true.
house sometimes." And, you just like, you get into a project and you're like, "Oh, I got to go make dinner," or, whatever it
Right.
is.
Oh, look at those dishes. I need to go put those dishes in the dishwasher.
Or having deliveries come to your house that like you're like, "Well, how am I going to get this to where it needs to go?" So she had approached me and she goes, "Well, my suite mate is moving out. What would you think of, sharing a space with me?" And, we talked for a little bit and we found out that we both have different tactics, like how we approach things, and we both have different vendors. And we found that we can actually bounce off of each other better when we're, together a little bit more, because as a designer and as almost with anything like socializing, you want to bounce your ideas off of somebody.
Right.
And when you're working alone, you really don't have that.
That's true.
So bouncing ideas off of each other is sharing resources, expanding our resources, brings a lot more opportunity to our business.
Right. And what's it like working with your clients in this space? Does that help with that too?
Oh, well, yeah, you have a space that you want to bring them to,
Where is it, Annmarie?
It is on McCaskill Road in Pinehurst.
Okay.
And it's right next to the emergency vehicle building.
Oh, okay.
So where the ambulances come out of.
Oh,
On McCaskill Road.
okay.
Not too far from Pinehurst Pizza.
Okay.
Yeah, right around that area.
Oh, well, I'll have to stop in and check out your new space if you don't mind.
Absolutely.
You're working closely with clients every day. What trends are you noticing right now in colors, materials, layouts, or even how people want their homes to feel?
Interesting question. So, what I am finding is comfort. Everyone wants comfort right now,
Yeah.
and we're going back to traditional.
Oh, okay. Now, what does
So-
that mean, traditional?
Traditional means like the pieces of furniture that we grew up with, the heavy red,
Oh.
cherry, mahogany furniture,
Mhm.
comfort pieces like from home. So, because the world is where it is, we want comfort when we get home.
When we're
So
home.
it's more
Like a hug.
yes,
Mhm.
exactly. People want to walk in and feel like a hug. They want to just relax and not have to have too much around them that it's exciting them when they get home. They just want to relax. The world is
Yes.
it's moving so fast right now that we just want to breathe when we get home. So that I'm finding more of that.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
Mhm.
the older pieces are coming back into style. Like I've been going to a lot of estate sales recently and they are packed
Really?
because people want the pieces that, from the past that quality has changed also.
That's
So
true.
they're
That's
looking
true.
for the quality pieces. They're looking for the hominess of, I grew up with that. It has a lot of
Yeah.
value to them. So that's what I'm finding. The other thing that I'm finding is we're starting to do more rooms now instead of an open floor plan. So
Oh, back to
separating,
separate
Mhm.
rooms.
back to separating the rooms.
Huh.
Yeah, it's trending in that direction again.
Interesting.
Uh-huh.
Do you like that?
Oh, yeah. Well, it's what you and I grew up with. So
Yeah.
to me, it's easy. It's easy either way, but it makes it more interesting because instead of like your living room, dining room, kitchen being all one palette,
Yeah.
you now could do 3 palettes.
That's right. Yeah.
So you have more
Uh-huh.
opportunity to expand the design
Yeah.
than if you were to do an open design.
Did you have a living room or fancy living room when you grew up? I did.
Oh, yes. We had the living room, the dining room, the
Uh-huh.
kitchen, the office,
Yes.
the den.
Yes.
Yes.
Uh-huh. And the living room had like a velvet couch.
Oh, flocked wallpaper, shag rug,
Oh, yeah. Green. Green.
green
Yeah.
and gold. Green and gold were the thing. Oh, my gosh.
So what about now? What's the colors now?
Colors are muted. So
Muted.
we're going
Okay.
to the subtle blues, the subtle greens, the browns, the tans, the beiges are coming back.
Yeah.
But lots of blues and greens because they're comfort colors.
Okay.
So the blues, greens, and tans, beiges are the palette that's right now. There's a
Okay.
lot of the 70s, 80s. We had the traditional colors, so they're like the deep blue, the deep green, the burgundy.
Uh-huh.
Those colors are still in for the very traditional
Okay. Like
homes.
the royal.
The royal
Okay.
colors, yes,
Okay.
all the royal colors.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And what about carpet? Because I don't like carpet. Is carpet coming back, or are we still doing the
No,
wood
we're
floors and
still
the
doing the
tiles?
wood
And
floors and the tile
oh,
and the
good.
area rugs,
Oh,
and that
nice.
is a much better look and
It
easier to
is.
maintain. Yeah.
Yes. And because your carpet never looks as good as it looked
No, the
after
day it was
3
laid.
minutes. Yes. 3 minutes later, it's old carpet.
Exactly. I have noticed the carpet is coming back on staircases.
Okay. I have seen when I watch TikTok the little pads that are
Yes,
on
yeah.
the.
Now, you do have to watch those because they do slide.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so you have to
That's
watch
not
those.
good.
No, not good for somebody who trips and falls.
No.
No.
No. Okay, so our relationships with our homes are changing. We are starting to go back to the rooms and we're starting to want the comfort. How has that changed in your design work? How is that showing up now?
So it's showing up in different projects. More projects are showing up where I need this room done. I need that
Right.
room done instead of like the whole palette. Like
Oh,
right
okay.
now, I'm lucky enough to have 2 full houses of furniture that I'm creating.
Oh,
And that is awesome. But it's rooms.
yes.
It's more
Okay.
rooms than themes.
Okay.
Okay. So there was a theme Sometimes there's themes. Right now it's an open palette as far as I want consistency through the whole house
Yes.
rather than each room by room.
Right.
Creating room by room is still a thing, but the consistency throughout the whole house of having the same palette
Yeah.
is more of what I'm seeing.
Oh, now in the new builds, are you seeing the rooms
Both.
come up?
Oh,
Really?
yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. I didn't know that we would go back to that, you know?
You look at trends and you're going back 20, 25 years on this one, at least 20 to 25 years that you're going back to where it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's coming back, but in a different manner.
Everything keeps
Everything
coming
keeps
back
going
around.
back.
If I hang on to those shoes long enough, they're going to be
Those
back.
old clothes that you got rid of that you really want back.
Yeah. So looking ahead to the next year or two, where do you see yourself going next, creatively or professionally?
Creatively and professionally. So in the next year, I see my business growing. I see the potential for it growing and branching out. I'm doing more full houses than
Yes.
rooms.
Okay.
And it's just the opportunities there are they're immense. I work with an amazing amount of people that are behind me and know my product and know that I can deliver. So I can see the opportunity growing over the next year as far as
Yes.
professionally goes. Personally, I have been traveling a lot, so that's a lot of fun.
Ah,
And having my own business has granted me the opportunity
that's
to travel. And being
right.
able to do computer work has granted me the
Oh,
opportunity to
so you
travel.
can work
I
when you're
can bring it with
overseas.
me.
Oh,
Yes, I can bring
goodness.
it with me. So I'm not losing time.
Yes.
I may not be
Yeah.
there FaceTime, but I'm not losing time with any processes.
All
So
right.
that has been immensely helpful.
Tell us a little bit about where you've been.
So over the last year, I've been to Greece and Turkey. Greece was amazing. I studied Greek architecture when I was in school.
Oh, you
And
did.
to see the Parthenon, oh my gosh. To see the ruins over there and you read about them and you're looking at slides when you're in college and you think, oh, wow, will I ever make it there? And then you
Right.
get there and you're like, oh, wow, this was worth it.
It's a
It
whole
was
new
just,
world. Yeah.
it is amazing. And you
Yeah.
get chills when you see it. You're just like, wow, the history that's here is
Right.
amazing. And the ruins, like they've really kept the ruins to where they've unearthed a lot of the pottery that was there years
Oh,
and years ago and then put it back together.
my.
And you could see where all the pieces broke off and they put it back together. And it's like the columns and the top of the columns and how they were all etched out. And you're looking at it like, oh, this is amazing. Architecture that you will never see anymore.
Right.
Is what I saw. And I just embraced the whole process. Oh my
Were you
gosh.
just jaw dropped the whole time?
I was the typical tourist, white sneakers with the mouth open and the camera.
White sneakers, dead giveaway.
It was amazing.
Oh, it
was
sounds
absolutely
nice.
amazing.
Mhm.
In mid-April, I'm going to do the Camino de Santiago, and that is in Portugal and Spain.
Oh, I have not gone to Portugal, and I still would really like to go and visit Portugal.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I
it's-
haven't been to either place, so I'm excited.
You should talk to Paula Crocker because she just spent her summer there.
Oh,
She has
wow.
relatives there. She's
Oh,
Portuguese.
nice. Nice.
Yeah. Since we last chatted on the podcast, what are some moments that may have inspired you lately?
Getting calls from people I didn't expect,
Oh,
like either builders or former vendors that say, Annmarie, you're really good at this. I need you for this project or that project.
Uh-huh.
It's so satisfying to have somebody come back and say, oh, this is what you did really well. Can you come back? I ran into a former client the other day and it was a fundraiser and she was like, I don't know why I didn't have you supported at this fundraiser. We could have asked you for a donation. And
yeah.
she goes, next year, we're definitely asking you. So, it's just things like that. Former clients that I've had that I ran into one walking at Weymouth one day and she goes, what are you doing now? And I said, I went out on my own. She goes, good for you.
Yeah.
Things like that, you're just like, "Oh, wow, I made the right decision."
Yeah. Do you feel like you made the right decision?
At this point, yes.
How long did it take before you were like, I did something
Um,
good?
it actually happened quicker than I thought. It was within
Yeah.
the first few months
Okay.
when I started getting more business than I anticipated having.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, is there certain builders that you work with, or will you work with anyone that gives you a call?
I'll work with most builders that give me a call. There's some that are the the difference in building I'm not familiar with. So there's
Uh-huh.
some that I work better than others. Kirby is one of the ones that calls me on a regular basis.
Okay.
I've done a lot of their projects. So
Yeah.
it's easy to work with. Knowing a builder, it's easy to work with because you know their process and you know what
Right.
what the whole thing looks like. So it's great to work with builders on a regular basis.
Yes. So I know that we're getting 3 houses are being built behind us, and they're very modern looking.
Mhm.
Is that what's going on now? Is the modern look on the facade?
The modern look on the facade, white
Mhm.
brick, black shutters, black windows,
Oh, yeah.
black doors. So it is more sterile, I guess it would be,
Oh, okay.
less ornate. So when you walk in, there's not a lot of woodwork,
Uh-huh.
not the crown moldings. Baseboards are standard, but crown moldings are
Huh.
not in every home anymore. The clean lined look
Yeah.
is in.
Okay.
Yeah, the clean line look. Not a lot of accessories, just clean.
Now, if we want to make our front door shine and our entryway shine, what do you suggest? Give us some tips.
It really depends on the style of the home
Okay.
because every home has a different style. Thankfully, here it's wonderful because every home does have a different
Yes.
style.
Yes.
The brighter, I wouldn't say yellow, but brighter colors like the blues,
Uh-huh.
the greens, the blacks, a gray. You want to make it inviting. So you
Right.
want greenery out there, like whether it's trees or plants, you want to make it inviting.
Inviting.
Yeah.
What about a fun front door color?
A fun front door color, yes. You
Uh-huh.
have to go with what's colors. Say if you have a brick home.
Right. So I have red brick with the white on top.
Right.
So what if I want a fun?
If you wanted a fun front door, we
Yeah.
have to find a color that goes with your brick. You don't want
Okay.
something that's going to contrast
Yeah.
with your brick.
Look at this great color. Does it match?
And then you pull up to the front of the house, you're like, wow, that's a front door.
That's all you see. Yeah.
So you want something that's going to blend aesthetically with
Yeah.
the colors that are in your home and the style that your home is.
Right.
So like I said, every door is different.
Uh-huh.
And whether it's a painted door or a wood door, it lends character to your house.
Right.
It does, because
Yes.
that's the first thing that everyone sees is your
Yes.
front door.
You walk right in
Mhm.
the entrance way. Because when I had John come and do the home inspection, he said, well, you need to fix these front steps first thing because that's the first thing anybody sees
Mhm.
when you're walking up.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I, have an older home, but I would like to add some, spice.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
pop.
Pop of color. Pop of color is always good. Pops of color. So you could do that in planters outside the front door
Uh-huh.
and put some nice greenery in there.
Right.
Planters make a world of difference.
Okay.
And there's so many available out there right now
There
in different
are,
colors.
yeah.
And that's the pop right there.
There's your pop.
Yeah. Without
Okay.
being without a permanent thing,
Uh-huh.
that's your pop right there.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Mhm.
Yeah, because then if you don't like it next
You can
season,
change it out.
change it out. You put different plants in it all year long.
Mhm.
The evergreenery up. You've got the juices flowing now, Annmarie.
Isn't this fun?
It is fun. I just would have loved to see you in Greece.
With my mouth open,
with your
walking
mouth
around.
open, walking around.
And then the food was awesome. Oh my gosh. The best. So I love feta cheese, the best feta cheese I've ever tasted.
Oh, gosh.
Their food
Mhm.
is amazing.
Are you trying to cook anything differently now that you've been?
No, but I've always loved the Mediterranean diet.
Yeah.
So I've always liked that part of it. but
Right.
Not really different. I'm in search of the best feta.
That's
There's
better.
a there's a Greek store going towards Charlotte, but it's kind of out of the way.
Yeah, it seems. I'm heading that way, though, this weekend. You
Oh.
like me to stop and get you some feta? I could do it.
We're going to talk on that one.
So, Annmarie, you started your business when? What was the separation date?
It was November, December of 24. This is 26, beginning of 26. Yeah.
20.
November, December of 24. I really got into it January of 25.
Okay. And so, what have you learned now since that first time, 2024, that you can teach someone who's just starting their business and maybe is scared to death the way you were?
Mm-hmm.
What can you tell them?
Go for it.
Just
Oh my
go
gosh,
for it.
go for it. I wish I had done it sooner.
Yeah.
I was told I should have done it sooner.
Yeah.
I'm thankful for the process that it took.
Okay.
I was more than ready when it started.
Yes.
So yeah, go for it.
Just
go for it. And
it.
I'm in the older age range and scared to death and single. And yeah, I was so afraid to do it. And once I took the leap, and it's just been an amazing experience. It's just been amazing.
What was that first step?
When you reach your wall and you're like, okay, I can't pass through this wall.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And you're like, okay, I've got to make a decision here.
Yeah. Really? Okay. Okay. And you've just seen your life blossom since you made that decision,
It's
haven't you?
amazing. Yeah. It's amazing.
I know.
It's amazing. Yeah, the anxiety left for some reason.
Oh. Oh, my goodness. So you said you like to volunteer. What kind of volunteer work do you do?
So I'm passionate about mental health, food insecurities,
Uh-huh.
and treating people well.
Okay.
So friend to friend, NAMI, and wherever I can help in the food area.
Okay. All right. So have you started having parties and having fancy catering things?
No, entertaining every once in a while, but
Yeah?
no,
No?
not. I mean, I love to cook for myself and
Yes.
friends, and uh, baking is my passion.
Baking,
So baking
yes.
is relaxing to me. So I
Uh-huh.
love to bake. Oh my gosh, I love to bake. I do have to get rid of it though, because I'm my best
Yeah.
customer.
So I've always heard that cooking is an art, baking is a science. Yes or
Baking
no?
is a science.
Mhm.
Absolutely. Baking is a science because you have to be exact and you have to use the right ingredients.
Okay.
So yes, baking is a
Alright.
science. You could kind of fudge on a recipe like a casserole,
Right.
soup.
Yes.
You can't on a cake.
No. If this episode is inspiring you, I invite you to share it, subscribe, and leave a review. Your support helps amplify local voices and strengthen our business community. And of course, none of this happens alone. I'm grateful for the sponsors who invest in this platform and in Moore County. Let's take a moment to recognize them. Here's one of the businesses helping us imagine more. Leadership isn't just for executives, it's for anyone who influences others. Leadership Coaching Associates partners with organizations to develop leaders at every level through coaching, consulting, customized training, and facilitation. With 30-plus years of experience across education, healthcare, government, finance, and industry, their approach is practical, personal, and proven. If you're ready to invest in leadership that lasts, reach out today. Call or email Leadership Coaching Associates. Check the podcast description for contact information. All right, it's time for a quick fire round. First thing that comes to mind, favorite room to design, even if you wouldn't want to live in it.
Living room.
Living room. Neutral palette or bold statement piece?
Absolutely bold statement piece.
I knew you were going to say that.
You have to have something that you're going to see as soon as you walk into that room.
All right, bold statement piece. Start thinking about what your bold statement piece is, guys. One design rule you love breaking.
There are no design rules.
What? Is that a true thing? There's no design rules?
There are design rules, but you can break them.
Okay.
It really, I mean, if you really want to think outside the box, you can break those design rules and you
Okay.
can make it work. One thing that I do really stress is a good flow through the home.
Okay.
That's the biggest thing that I do stress is flow through the home. But other
Right.
than that,
No kidding. So is it because of the chi? Is that why you have the flow?
not necessarily. It's just when you walk into a house, you don't want to walk into furniture.
No.
It breaks up everything about you. You
Yeah.
know, you don't want to have to walk into furniture and you want to make sure that you can just glide through every room i- without incident. And,
It
you know,
makes sense.
just flowing through every room is really important.
Okay.
And it doesn't even, whatever's in that room, it may override whatever's in that room, but you just want to make sure you flow through every room.
Okay. So walk in your door and then just walk about your
Mhm.
house and make
Yeah.
sure that it flows.
Mhm.
I like that. I'll be
Mhm.
doing that here pretty quick. All right. Morning inspiration coffee, music, or silence?
Oh, goodness, coffee.
I knew you were going to say coffee because I remember when I came over to your house and you had that fancy coffee pot and you were like, this is going to take a little while, but it'll be good.
Definitely coffee, then music, sometimes
And
silence.
music. Oh, really? Okay. All right. Do you like the actual making of the coffee?
I do.
And
'Cause
that's part of the process.
It is part of the process, yes.
Okay. A city that always inspires your creativity.
New York City.
New York City. Do you get to go very often?
I was just there last weekend,
Yes. Oh.
and I went to the Met, the
Uh-huh.
Metropolitan Museum of Art. Talk about inspiration. Oh my gosh. You walk up to the building and it's inspiring, but when I was in college, I would go up there, and as a student, you were able to get free tickets to go in. I remember staying in line, and it was around 42nd Street that I waited for the Tutankhamun exhibit tickets.
Uh-huh.
And I think I stayed online for maybe 2 to 3 hours. Wow, that was
Oh
worth
my
it.
goodness.
Oh my gosh, that was worth it. Well, they still have the Egyptian area of
Uh-huh.
the Met, and I was walking through and I couldn't find King Tut, but they had everything else in there. But it's so inspirational, and I was in one area and it was Monet. There was a room of Monet, and there was a woman that was staring at. There's one piece of artwork that I love of his, and I went up to it, and it's the lilies, and there was a woman that was looking at it, and I said, "Isn't this amazing?" Amazing painting. And she goes, yeah. She goes, this is my first time here. And I said, well, where are you
Oh.
from? And she's from around the area. I'm from Buffalo, so we're close
Yeah.
to Ontario and Toronto. Well, she was from that area. And
Okay.
I said, how are you finding New York? And she goes, this is wonderful.
Really?
So I was happy
She
to hear
loved
that.
it. That
Yeah,
is nice.
Yeah.
How is New York? I mean, was it
You
full
know
of
what?
snow and
It had a lot of snow.
Uh-huh.
It's dirty snow this time of year.
yeah.
It was cold. Oh my gosh, my face hurt walking around. It
Oh,
was that
really?
cold. It
Oh
was
gosh.
bitter cold that weekend. But I found it clean. I walked about 30 blocks up to the Met and back, and I took 2 different routes going up and then back just to
Yeah.
see the
And
city.
you felt safe?
I felt safe. I was
Uh-huh.
alone. I didn't see anything that was out of the norm. The Upper East Side is cleaner. There's a garbage strike on the lower end.
Goodness.
So the garbage is kind of piling up, but they have it neatly piled up. But it's not, I don't feel as though it's unsafe. I didn't see a lot of homeless.
Okay.
It could have been because of the cold,
Oh yeah.
but it to me, I love the city. There's an
Yeah.
energy there like no other energy.
There is.
It
There
is
really
just
is.
amazing.
Uh-huh. And that's 24 hours a day too.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is. It is.
I mean, we close down about 9 here in our area.
But I like that part.
Yeah. You're coming home from out to dinner. It's 9:30 and it's like deserted. The
And
streets
it's dark.
totally dark, deserted.
I like that part. though.
Okay. Okay. You could visit the bubbly, exciting New York
But you got to
City,
walk
but
away
come
from
home
it. Yes.
to
Oh,
Moore
yes,
County.
Absolutely.
All right, before we wrap up, we're going to take a quick break. And yes, Annmarie gets another of her own custom jingles. I write one for every guest as a thank you for being part of the show. Annmarie, here is yours.
Thoughtful spaces, beautifully planned, where style and function go hand in hand. Design that fits the life you lead. Annmarie Cannan.
Very cool.
Thank you. And I'm pretty proud that I am pronouncing your last name correctly now after how many years I've known you.
And it's something that doesn't bother me anymore.
Oh, does
because
it not?
Actually, I find humor in it. And I'm like, okay, I'm waiting.
Yeah. And I did it correctly. So I was like, Cannan, look at me.
There was the only time that really caught me off guard was somebody had me under Banan.
Oh, no.
And actually, it's a married name. My last name is Riley.
Okay.
It's a married name, and I didn't drop it because a HIPAA came into play when I was getting divorced.
Oh, goodness.
And I couldn't even get my kids' report cards.
Oh, really?
If I had changed my last name, I would have to get permission from my ex-husband to do anything.
Oh, no,
Take
that
him
wouldn't
to the
work.
doc,
Oh,
get
that would be
report
horrible.
cards.
Mhm.
So, yeah, it's a married name.
Yeah. Okay. It makes total sense, though, why you didn't change it. But it's fun. Not Cannon, Cannan. Well, Annmarie, before we close, I want to ask you one last thing. There may be someone listening who is a little later in life and thinking about branching out, starting fresh, or finally going into business on their own. Besides just do it, because I know we've talked about that, what advice would you give them as they stand on the edge of that decision?
Go see a life coach.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
Go see a life coach and see if you're going in the right direction.
Right. That's
Because
a
I
great
did speak
idea.
to a life coach prior to really making the decision,
Okay.
and they can figure out whether or not you're making the right decision for the right reasons and going in the right direction.
Okay, so a life coach, not a business coach.
A life coach.
First, what's going on inside you.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's very good advice.
And making sure that you're making the right move for your period of life.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would say go for it. Go for it. Just go for it. And I don't look back. I have never looked back, but a life coach did help me prior to completely making the decision.
Okay. Yeah. And so we know we've already interviewed Lucy Wellmaker. She's a wonderful life coach, and she did a little promo at the beginning of this podcast. So give her a
Oh,
call
very
if you're wanting
cool.
to jump out there.
Maria Carlton is also a life coach.
Yes, no, she's a business coach.
And she's
a
a business
leadership.
coach, a leader.
Maria and Kathy, they
Yes.
also did a little ad on this podcast.
Did they?
Yes, they're gone into business called Leadership Associates.
Nice.
And so they go into businesses and they coach you and they coach the leader about how to get along and make it a strong business.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's
They're wonderful.
And that is important to any corporation.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, well, look at that, how that fit right in there. Both Maria, Kathy, and Lucy. So if someone is listening right now and thinking, I need her help, what's the best way to connect with you and schedule a consultation with Annmarie Cannan Interior Design?
I made it really simple for everyone. It's AnnmarieCannanDesign@gmail.com.
At gmail.com. There you go. All right. And Annmarie is spelled A-N-N-E.
Nope.
No. Oh my gosh, I got the Cannan right, and then I screwed up the first name. AnnmarieCannan. Annmarie Cannan. All right. Okay, so go to her website, and then there's an email that you can do right
There's
on
an
there.
email on the website, yes.
All right. Or just pull up your email.
Put me in Google. I pop right up.
That's funny.
For the good reasons.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you, Annmarie, for being here. It's always a pleasure to have you on the podcast.
Thank you.
It was fun having you for a second time. I really enjoyed that.
I am thrilled.
So today I invite you to imagine this. Imagine spaces that truly reflect who you are. Imagine homes designed to support the life you're living now. Imagine creativity guided by experience, confidence, and heart. And as always, keep imagining more.
Imagine